Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unravel the secrets hidden within those dusty corporate filings. Today we're diving into Mercer Bancorp, Incorporated's latest report. Let's just say it's got a few interesting votes to look at. Before we dive in, if you love getting the real story behind corporate news and not just the headlines, make sure you're subscribed. And don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description below, where we break down even more of these filings. Alright, so what we're looking at here is a current report, basically a snapshot of what's happening with Mercer Bancorp, Incorporated, filed on the 20th of February of 2026. The earliest event they're talking about here is from the 17th of February 2026, which was their annual meeting of stockholders. Think of this as the company's report card on how that meeting went, specifically regarding what the shareholders voted on. The big item on the agenda for this meeting was voting on important company matters. All these proposals were sent out to shareholders beforehand, and it looks like the shareholders approved everything. That's usually a good sign, meaning the management's plans are aligned with what the owners want. Now, let's get to the juicy part, the votes themselves. First up, they were electing directors. These are the people who will guide the company for the next few years. We have David L. Kaiser and Barry Parmenter. For Mr. Kaiser, there were 551,637 votes in favor, 36,364 votes to withhold, and a pretty significant number of broker non-votes at 121,817. Broker non-votes happen when a broker holds shares for a client but doesn't have instructions on how to vote, so they don't vote them. For Barry Parmenter, the numbers were even more strongly in favour, with 576,851 votes for, only 11,150 withhold, and the same 121,817 broken non-votes. It's good to see that the shareholders clearly support these individuals for leadership roles. Next, they voted on their independent auditors. This is super important because these are the folks who check the company's financial books to make sure everything is on the up and up. The shareholders ratified the appointment of Clark Schaefer, Hackett and Company, to be their independent registered public accounting firm for the fiscal year ending the 30th of September 2026. The vote here was overwhelmingly in favour, with 699,118 votes for, 0 votes against, and 10,700 abstentions. This kind of a landslide approval suggests that shareholders have confidence in the auditors keeping the company honest. Now, looking at this filing, it's a bit light on the detailed financial numbers we usually dig into, like revenue or profit. This report is really focused on the outcomes of the shareholder meeting. However, the fact that the shareholders approved all the proposals, including the election of directors and the appointment of auditors, tells us that, at least for now, the management is in a stable position and has the confidence of its owners. There aren't any red flags popping up in the voting results that suggest major shareholder discontent or internal strife. Let's think about what this means. In the world of corporate governance, a smooth annual meeting with overwhelmingly approved proposals is generally a sign of a well-functioning company at the shareholder level. It means that the company's leadership has done a good job communicating its plans and that the shareholders, by and large, agree with the direction. For Mercer Bancorp, Incorporated, this report signifies a continuation of the status quo, with the existing leadership and audit firm being reaffirmed. From a broader perspective, when companies are stable and have shareholder support, it often translates into a more stable operating environment. This can make it easier for them to secure financing, attract talent, and pursue their strategic goals without the distraction of shareholder activism or major leadership upheavals. However, it is also important to remember that this report doesn't give us a deep dive into the company's financial health or performance, which we typically find in a more comprehensive filing like a 10Q or 10K. So, what's my take on this filing, Mercer Bancorp? Incorporated appears to be operating smoothly from a governance standpoint. The shareholder votes were decisive and indicate confidence in the current leadership and audit processes. There are no apparent risks highlighted in this specific filing related to shareholder disputes or significant governance concerns. The opportunity here for the company is to leverage this stability to focus on executing its business strategy. The weakness, if you can call it that, is that this filing doesn't provide the granular financial detail needed for a full performance analysis. We'll need to look at other reports for that. Alright, that is our quick decode of Mercer Bancorp, Incorporated's latest filing. What are your thoughts on these shareholder votes and what they signify for the company? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown useful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights. And don't forget to join our Discord server, linked in the description, to keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.